All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff on a wonderful overcast, dreary, wet Sunday. As you can see on the window back yonder, that rain. Wanted to put this video out to clarify something. As you see in the title, my apologies for any confusion. One of the gentlemen, what was the gentleman's name? Oh goodness. I always do that. I be doing videos and then be forgetting. Ricardo James. Yeah, I don't know if he's a subscriber. I don't know how to figure all that stuff out. But he pointed out something where he thought that I guess the concept that he was thinking, I'm still not sure if I understand it fully, but I think that he was believing that I was trying to say that people didn't have to report the full $60 amount or 180 when times 3, and that that you're excluding the whole like $60 from being taxed or however. I'm thinking that's what he believed that I was saying, but all I was saying was based off of looking at, in this case, I use Notary Assist. I actually have an account on Notary Assist, Notary Gadget, and Notary Earth. I'm testing all 3 of those out, okay? So I got to put some more orders. I got to put orders into Notary Gadget. So I'm testing all 3 of them out to see how they flow and work and all of that. So this is going to take me some time. So I'm not doing it. I'm just doing it for my own personal reason, not necessarily to do a video on it, because I know the overwhelming majority of people like Notary Gadget. I connected with Notary Assist first, and I've connected with Notary Earth because I like some of the features that they have in there to keep track of certain things that I need to make me more efficient now that I'm doing it full time. So I have no real personal preference per se. I mean, as long as it fits your budget, whatever device you use. The bottom line is, however you account, you got to give it to a tax person, or it should be given to a tax person to figure all that out. All that being said, he was talking about the 15.3% self-employment tax and all of that. And what I was trying to point out was that at the end of the day, if one person makes $180 this way, and another person makes $180 that way, meaning 3 different methods, but it all comes up to $180. Based on the fact of what you can deduct from self-employment tax, which you get to save, as he was pointing out, and I'm gonna use his terminology, the dollar amount times 15.3%. You wind up saving more money when you do it. If you made $180 off of the $360 orders, and he proved my point when he ran the numbers. So if you look in the comment section of the video, the power of a $60 order, you will see that. So when you run the numbers, and he did a very good job of doing that, and I was throwing my numbers back toward him, and he was like, yeah. And I asked him, are they correct? And he said, yeah, they're correct. So based off of what I said, and even I said in my comments, I may not have stated it well, but what I was trying to come down to is simply this. If you're sitting on your butt, like a lot of notaries are saying now, I only move if the dollar amount is this amount. So you go and get a $180 order, and you're paying taxes on that $180, and as he did the numbers, it comes out to $170 and some change after you do the self-employment tax deduction that you don't have to charge for. So that dollar amount you don't charge, but when you do that same dollar amount through 3 different orders, you're paying taxes on $150 and some change, or $51 and some change, and you end up with, like, I think I had calculated, the bottom line is you end up basically an $18 difference. So you paying taxes on $151 versus $170 and some change, and it's an $18 difference. So you're saving $18. So you're not paying taxes on $18 worth of money, if I'm saying that right. So correct me again if I'm wrong. So you're paying taxes on $18 less money. You still made the 180, but you're paying $18. You're on $18 less. So to me, I don't see where that's a loss. And the point is that I'm trying to make with all of this. If you need to make money, go out there and do it. Unless you are a person, unless you have put in your mind that you only want to make a particular dollar amount by only doing so many orders. So if I am a notary and I want to make $180, but I only want to do it through one order, just understand the dollar amount that you're going to get taxed on is going to be higher than if you made that same 180 through $3 $60 orders. That's what I'm trying to point out to you. That's why I said there's power in that $60 order, because any business person would know. And you can go check this statement out. You can go back, because Robert Kiyosaki says it all the time. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you get to keep. Because when the tax man comes, you got to be paying them their taxes. So how much do you get to keep of the 180? That's what matters. So if I made $5 and you made $5, but out of my $5, I get to keep 4 of it and you only get to keep 3, I'm clearly making more money than you, because for every $5 I make, I get to keep $1 more than you. And you're like, well, I did this. Well, I said, well, I did this, and I still made the same amount, and I'm still able to keep more because my tax base is less because of whatever factors. That's what is important, in my opinion. Now, if I'm wrong, please, somebody share with me, break it down to me that I'm not. I'll be more than happy. We can do a video about it, and you can pull your facts and figures, and let's show the people. And the reason why I'm talking about this stuff is because I really don't hear anybody talking about it. I mean, most people are like, okay, well, I just throw my stuff into Notary Assist Gadget Earth and don't even think about it. And I just think a little bit more into it, that if I can make $180 and pay less taxes on it, I'd rather do that. And especially if I don't have a problem working, or I'm in a position to where I can do more work, then I'm good. It's that simple. I'm good. I don't have a problem with that. But again, like I did a video about what type of notary are you? Are you a per signing notary, or you're per month? So if you're making the same amount of money that I'm making, but your per signing is higher, but my per month, if you're doing it through, well, I'm only doing so many signings and I'm making this $20,000, I might be doing more signings and making the same dollar amount. Okay, cool. The bottom line is, how much do I get to keep of that when it comes to taxes? That's really what it boils down to. So I'm not in the mind of, oh, I got to make this dollar amount per signing. I'm more about, what do I get to keep when my taxes get filed? That's what's important. And when you understand that, like the millionaire billionaires do, it'll change the way you go, your approach about certain things. That's what I'm saying. And then you add in the deductions and the mileage deductions and all of that. So thanks. Okay, I'm bad with these names. Oh Lord. Ricardo, I don't know why I wanted to say Glenn. Ricardo James, thanks to him for pointing that out and stuff. So that's why I said, again, my apologies if I made people think something different. Like, you don't have to report, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to figure out what people could have got to get confused on. But whatever it was, my apologies. That wasn't it. What I was trying to say is, you end up paying less taxes. That's the bottom line. And based off of the discussion that I looked at, that me and him had, it shows you end up paying less taxes. So now the question is, are you okay with paying less taxes? Or do you want to pay less taxes? That's really where it's at. That's really where it's at. Because there are people out here, let's take a flight attendant who's flying 3 weeks out of the month, and once a week she has a few days off and she does an order for 180. Then you have a trucker who's home 3 weeks out of the month and he travels 1 week. So he does one order each week for $60. She comes home for her week off or her few days off after being gone for 3 weeks and does one order for $180. He's going to end up paying less tax. Let's just say they're in the same state and all that. He'll end up potentially end up paying less taxes on the same dollar amount than she did. Plus, at the end of 6 months, he'll have more signings under his belt than what she did. You get what I'm saying? So he'll have more signings under his belt, and it'll look like he has more experience, because the signing companies and all of them don't care about how much he got paid. They care about whether he has the experience. And if he got the experience, that's the part that matters, to them. So she got 6 orders. I think 3 times 6, that'd be 18. So he'll have 18 versus her 6. Same dollar amount, but he'll pay less money. He'll have more experience. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. It's about saving money on your taxes and getting the experience. And if you can get those two things in line with each other, then when the big orders come, it won't be so bad. Because I mean, I'm not saying turn down $180 or turn down $200. You're gonna take that. But what I'm saying is, if you're not getting that at all, but you have an opportunity to make money from quote unquote lower amounts, lesser amounts, then you got a decision to make at the end of the day. If you know you can make $250 in 2 weeks, unfortunately, it's going to come from smaller orders. And yes, you may have to drive and do this and do that, but you get to take that tax deduction for the mileage versus $180 or $250, and you only had to drive 60 miles altogether versus 200 miles. I mean, there's the plus and minus. That's the give and take of being a business owner. We're not a brick and mortar. If we was brick and mortar or worked out of a title office and we didn't travel nowhere, then that would be different. But we're on the go. That's why we're mobile. We're mobile and everything. And my tax guy, he talks about it in the video about how to take that tax deduction for versus your total expenses versus the standard deduction of the 56 cents a mile. So all I'm trying to do is get people not to just be so boxed into one thing and to limit the way that they make money. Expand your concept and learn and research, because you are the business owner, and it is up to you to do the research for yourself and find out. And again, if I'm saying something incorrect, then let me know, and let me know what it is that I'm incorrect about, so that I can be corrected and I can move forward in the right direction, so we all can. That's what this is all about. And I don't have a problem bringing out something, because in my opinion, not everybody is talking about this kind of stuff that really matters. Because after you made your $26,000 for the year, and now you got to pay a buttload in taxes, and then you find out somebody in your same state made the same amount and they didn't pay half as much, they paid less than what you paid in taxes, you're going to start thinking different. You're like, wait a minute, what happened here? What did I do wrong? And I'm just trying to get people to start looking at all the variables and options and stuff and say, okay, well, let me start planning and getting my act together, make sure I'm doing this stuff right tax-wise, because it's your responsibility as the business owner and everything. So that's it. I'm about to go, like I said, I'm about to go knock out me some house inspections. I got 2 to do. 3 actually. I'm gonna do that other one probably tomorrow. But I got 3 on books, and I got to knock out and get all that done. But again, thanks, and y'all have a good one. If you got any questions, y'all know how to contact me. Hit me up, and I'll be glad to discuss and everything. And also, the discussion between me and him is pinned in that video. So you go to that video, the $60, the Power to $60 order is pinned at the top so people can read it and everything, and get an understanding of what we were discussing and talking about. And I think that will help people, if anybody was confused about something that I said, I stand corrected with that regard for is how y'all perceive what I was saying, which I honestly, I still am trying to wrap my head around. I'm not sure exactly whether people thought I was saying that you don't get report $60 or what. That part I'm not too clear about. Maybe I'm just missing it altogether. And if I am, it doesn't matter. I think hopefully this should clear it up for everybody. And if it doesn't, then we'll keep working together, people, until we do. That's what this is all about. All right. So y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Peace.